You know, maybe it is true what they say. The third time is the charm. Fantastic Four First Steps is the 37th film in the MCU and the third official attempt to bring the classic Marvel characters to the big screen. The film takes place on an alternate Earth, 828, in a more futuristic 1960s, where Reed Richards, his wife Sue Storm, Sue's brother Johnny Storm, and Richards' best friend Ben Grimm mysteriously acquired unique superpowers and have since made it their mission to fight whatever threats might come their way. However, when a silver alien comes to Earth to herald the coming of Galactus, they just might face their most formidable foe yet. Howdy everyone, I'm the guy with no name, and as always, thanks for stopping by the channel. If you enjoy the video, show your support by liking and subscribing and helping me reach my goal of 350 subscribers. With that out of the way, let's get back to the review. The movie was directed by Max Shakman and stars Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, Ebon Moss-Bachrach as Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, Julia Garner as the Silver Herald Shalla-Bal, and Ralph Ineson as the planet-devouring Galactus. I went into this movie unsure of how to feel. Part of me was really nervous given Marvel's hit-and-miss track record, and while I liked all the trailers to a certain degree, none of them wowed me. But after having seen it, I can confidently say, welcome home, Fantastic Four. First off, I loved how it is its own self-contained story. Despite it being in the MCU, there's no baggage, and I really did love the setting too. I actually grew up watching the classic cartoons on a channel called Boomerang, if you've heard of it, and the 1960s retro feel seems to be a callback to that aesthetic. The strongest part of the film are the four main characters. Everyone plays their part really well, and they all have great chemistry together. I really loved how take like any combination and put like say two of them in a room, that you're gonna have really different interactions between them. They're gonna talk about different things and joke with each other in different ways, but yet they all seem equally close together. You really buy them as a family. The story, while fairly simple at the end of the day, was really interesting and well executed. Speaking of well executed, much like Doctor Strange in Infinity War explaining the odds of defeating Thanos, there are so many different goofy ways to portray the character of Galactus. Stormcloud. Excuse me. But luckily they found one of the few ways that worked. And there were definitely some moments that tugged on the heartstrings, especially as a parent for me personally. And also, it's a very family-friendly movie. It's kind of funny because I heard a lot of people saying, hey, take your whole family to see Superman, and I didn't really understand that because if I'm not mistaken, I remember there being a decent amount of cussing and definitely some dark and some, you know, disturbing parts in it. Some somewhat gratuitous violence as well, and meanwhile this one has like no cussing that I remember, nothing near gratuitous violence, and so much so that I think I'm gonna take my 3-year-old to see it along with my wife and I, and there'll just be like a couple parts that I'll cover her eyes at the end really, but for the most part, it's a super family-friendly movie. Oh, and last thing, regardless of where you stand on the whole woke debate, I've seen a lot of people, and maybe it's like a small minority, but still, I've seen a lot of people saying that this movie is woke, and honestly, for the people saying that Superman was woke, I really didn't see it for the most part, but Fantastic Four is even less so. It's an apolitical movie. There's really nothing that I could see even someone taking the wrong way, and so, yeah, anyone who's saying it's woke, don't listen to them, don't let that stop you. I'm really not sure what movie they saw. In the end, Fantastic Four First Steps was a breath of fresh air and one of the better MCU movies out there. It was a great movie that has some serious, true grit. Thanks again for watching, and I appreciate any support you can send my way. Oh, almost forgot too, there are 2 post-credit scenes in Fantastic Four, so make sure you stick around at least for the mid-credits one. That one's pretty important. The second one is a little more fun, but I still think it's worth the wait, sticking around for that. Also, let me know in the comments if you've been able to make it to see Fantastic Four, and if so, did I love it too much or not enough? Oh, and check out my review of Superman and also my ranking video of the Jurassic Park and World movies. This is the guy with no name, signing off.